You know those moments where everything seems to be going smoothly, and then, wham, you're hit with something you never expected? That's exactly what happened to me during my trip to Europe. I was in the middle of a beautiful week in Italy, soaking in the sights. The food, the culture, everything was going perfectly. But then, out of nowhere, I started feeling off. At first, it was just a little headache. I brushed it off, thinking it was just jet lag. But by the next day, I could barely get out of bed. My head was pounding, my body was weak, and I was having trouble breathing. I thought, okay, maybe this is a little more than jet lag. So I decided to go to the doctor. And that's where the chaos really started. The doctor said it was some sort of viral infection, something they don't see often in travelers. Hospital? I was in shock. He recommended that I go to a hospital to get more tests. I wasn't prepared for this at all. I was thousands of miles away from home, and I had no idea what to do. I had never really thought about travel insurance before. I always figured it was something people only needed if they were going to a really risky place. I mean, Italy, a beautiful country. What could go wrong? Well, in that moment, I realized I was in trouble because the medical bills were piling up fast. Every test, every consultation, every procedure, each one came with a price tag. And I started feeling this wave of panic wash over me. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not exactly rolling in money. I didn't plan for a medical emergency like this. And that's when it hit me. I remembered something, an email I had gotten a few weeks before my trip. It was from a travel insurance company I'd vaguely heard of, Auras.insure. I wasn't sure at first whether it would help, but I thought, hey, it's worth a shot. So I called their emergency line. And honestly, the relief I felt when they picked up, I can't even explain it. They guided me through everything. They were understanding, calm, and they knew exactly what to do. I didn't have to go through all the stressful paperwork myself or figure out what was covered. They took care of it. Within hours, I was at a hospital with a covered procedure, and they even coordinated with the doctors for the insurance claim. That's when I realized this was not just a nice to have. Travel insurance, in that moment, was literally a lifesaver. They covered the medical expenses I was facing, and I didn't have to worry about breaking the bank or draining my savings. It was a complete game changer. I had no idea how much I would need it until I was right in the middle of that nightmare. It wasn't just the money either. It was the peace of mind. Because when you're sick and scared, the last thing you want to do is fight with insurance companies or worry about how you're going to pay for the next test. The worst thing that could have happened would have been to go into more debt for something that wasn't my fault. That's why I'm telling you this story, because travel insurance is one of those things you don't realize how important it is until you actually need it. And I'm so grateful I had Auras to back me up. Honestly, it felt like a little safety net just appeared out of nowhere when I thought I was falling. So, if you're ever planning to travel abroad, especially somewhere you're not familiar with, trust me, investing in travel insurance can save you more than just money. It can save your peace of mind. I'll leave the link to Auras.insure in the description. It's a total lifesaver, and I genuinely recommend it. Like I said, I don't usually talk about stuff like this, but after that experience, I feel like it's something worth sharing. It's better to have it and never need it than to need it and not have it. Trust me on this one. It might just be the travel hack you never knew you needed.